Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Masu Pro Wrestling. I'm your host and sole commentator, Masu Pro Wrestlington. And tonight, we are kicking off with the Tag Team #1 Contenders Tournament. The winner of this match will move on to the Tag Team Championship. And now, if you're an astute viewer, you might be going, what? There are still 4 teams left in this tournament. Meaning that this has got to be the semifinals. There's got to be a finals happening. You would think so, but you would be wrong. For the first time ever in MPW history, we will have a triple threat tag team match. Actually, would that be... No, triple threat. Yeah, triple threat tag team match for the championship. Starting us off here tonight will be Don Deceased. Draven coming off of a big win in the Idol Division #1 Contenders Tournament, could be working double duty. But speaking of double duty, this team could be working double duty as well. FlairZero and Glitchy. Glitchy coming off of a big loss against Tyranno Maximum last week for the Icon Division #1 Contenders Championship, which may be good news for FlairZero. As you can see, the Icon Division Championship around his waist. He won't have to go up against Glitchy one-on-one. FlairZero and Glitchy beat Blueness and BA Tycho to make it to this point. Looking to get their shot. I mean, if these two can win this match, Glitchy will become a Grand Slam champion. I'm pretty sure Flair still hasn't had the Openweight Championship yet, but I can't remember now. But he has, so they would both become Grand Slam champions. FlairZero, Glitchy versus versus Draven and ShmeepsWorld. The winner of this will guarantee their spot in the tag team triple threat match for the championship. Goes for the cover. I gotta double check. I keep saying triple threat, but I think it might be a fatal four-way actually. No. It's gotta be a triple threat. I feel like I'm so confused. I feel like the boss upstairs keep giving me different notes every 2 seconds. But let's focus on the tag team action ahead, and we'll leave the bosses upstairs job to the bosses upstairs. If either team wins this tag team championship, I think both of them will become Grand Slam champions, actually. Both teams are just missing the tag team championship under their belt. Flair twisting Shmeeps around like a pretzel. Out of the corner with that Hurricane Rana. Snapmare off the ropes. ShmeepsWorld. Oh my god, soccer kick. Nearly kicked him out of the ring. Flair's been on a pretty dominant streak. I mean, maybe ShmeepsWorld's the only one that can match his energy right now. No one really seems to be able to touch Flair since halfway through Season 2. Flair on his second Icon Division Championship title run. He became, I think, tied for the longest reigning. Glitchy going up Cross Glitchy and Draven. Glitchy, Draven, and Shmeeps have so much history together since Season 1. Actually, this is Flair's third title reign, excuse me. Tied for the longest reigning Icon Division Championship title reign in one go. Definitely the longest reigning over all of his runs. There's no doubt about that. As Shmeep's combo gets cut off with that iron chin of Glitchy. I mean, it's all well and dandy, but we did see that iron chin fall to Tyranno Maximum last week. Oh my god, squeezing the head of ShmeepsWorld. Shmeeps is going to roll out of the ring. Immediately getting back in, just trying to get a breather, or playing a little bit of cat and mouse with Glitchy. I don't know if that's smart, if it's just going to piss her off. Shmeeps waiting for Glitchy to get off the rope. Glitchy and Flair had an insane match against Blueness and BA Tycho. Off the ropes. Hooking. Trying to go for the tag, but Glitchy stomps out any hope of getting to her corner in ShmeepsWorld, and continues to stamp out onto the spine of Shmeeps. Shmeeps goes for the single leg drop kick. Can't knock down Glitchy. Goes for another one. Goes for a third one. This time it connects. Or this time it knocks her down. Overhead chop. And a Hurricane Rana. Finally, Shmeeps makes it to her corner. Tag in for Draven. Tag in for Flair. One-legged drop kick from Draven. I mean, Draven's had a lot of trouble. Oh my god, big boot. Draven's had a huge amount of trouble trying to keep track of, or trying to get wins in the past couple seasons, trying to get championship opportunities. Had an incredibly impressive victory over Potato. Flair combo breaker on the chin. Draven's had an incredibly impressive win against Potato. Going old school, nobody's home. Will she continue that momentum in this tag team match with Shmeeps by her side? Off the ropes. Back elbow. And now Saito suplex into the corner. Flair off the ropes, goes for a drop kick. Wanted to get some payback for that kick to the head from Shmeeps. And now Shmeeps powerbomb to Flair. What is Shmeeps looking for? What is this? Buckbuster in the corner. Absolute fuckbuster. And now Shmeeps. Oh my god! Alley-oop! Suplex into a powerbomb as Glitchy begs for the tag. Spin kick. Like I said, Shmeeps might be the only one that can match Flair's energy in this season, but Flair, you never want to take your eyes off him. Roll up, kick out of one. Elbow drop. And now the pendulum swings right back to Flair. Spins Shmeeps around. Gets her back. Russian leg sweep. Goes for the tag. Rolls over fucking crazy Uranagi thing. And Draven. Maybe the ego getting a little bit of the better of her at this moment, but it seems to be, you know, if you're going to talk, you might as well put your money where your mouth is, and it seems like Draven is doing exactly that. Float over DDT reversal. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. Sidewalk slam. And now goozles Draven with the mandible claw. ShmeepsWorld seen enough, breaks it up immediately. The glitchy shock turns immediately to Shmeeps. Says, get out of here. Ref counting Shmeeps out. She has a count of 5 to get out. As she's not the legal participant. Oh my god, grabbed by the horns. Taken to the outside. Now Draven stamping out Glitchy. Little payback for her friend. But this time on the concrete 6. They do have until the count of 10. Ref's wasting no time with this count. Saying, get in the ring. Clothesline nearly took her back out. Flair over the ropes, gets caught with a power bomb, turns him inside out. Draven tags in Shmeeps. Tilt-a-whirl neckbreaker. And now Flair tags in Glitchy. Clothesline. Off the ropes, elbow drop. I feel like neither team really has the advantage right now. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Flair just put, I mean, that's well deserved at this point. You can't let your ego get the better of you, your hubris. Flair let his mouth cash the checks. He couldn't write. Basebuster from Shmeeps goes up top. Around the world! Nobody's home, though. Glitchy Flair off the ropes. Springboard drop kick. Shmeeps gets to the ropes. Tries to steady herself up and over. Eliminated. Flair is feeling some kind of way. Glitchy was asking for the tag, but he denied it. And now Draven says, come on out and I'll break you. Flair looks like he's fighting on pure instinct right now. Caught in the corner between two beautiful women, getting kicked. Below 0! Below 0 to ShmeepsWorld. Draven breaks it up at the 1 count right before the 2. And Flair finally makes it to his corner. Tags out. Drop kick to the back. And Shmeeps, I mean, like, no team seems to have an advantage. It's really one big move away from potentially a win. And as I say that, Sound of Night! Sound of Night to Glitchy. I almost said ShmeepsWorld. 2! And Flair breaks it up right before the 3 count. Could have just saved his shot at the Tag Team Championship. DDT. Off the ropes. Or runs. Trying to take her through the ropes. Blackout. Sorry. Blackout from out of nowhere caught me off guard. Near fall again. Draven almost taking it. Glitchy is definitely in deep trouble. Tries to get her into the corner. Shmeeps breaks it up. Draven with a bunch of kicks and punches. Head kick. Now Glitchy's got a hold of her. Sends her into the corner. No. Draven wants none of it. Trying to eye her up for a second one. Sound of night, but really close to the ropes. Spins her around, goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and done. Deceased has secured their spot in the triple threat tag team match for the championship. Another impressive match for Draven as she continues her run not only in the tag team division, but continuing the Idol Division #1 Contenders Tournament, as we will move on to our next #1 Contenders Tournament match. Draven and Shmeeps are going to move on, but who is going to move on in the Icon, or the Idol Division #1 Contenders Tournament? We have someone fighting to shake this chip off his shoulder. B.A. Tycho says he speaks for the chat and he hears you. The leader of the coalition had to go up one-on-one against a fellow coalition member, a thorn in B.A. Tycho's side, if you will, a question to his authority. He went one-on-one with Greg in the first round of this tournament and was able to pick up a win against Greg. But can B.A. Tycho make it all the way? Because until he wins a championship, Greg has still had more championships than B.A. Tycho when it comes to world championships. So B.A. Tycho has really got a chip on his shoulder here and is trying to earn his spot. I mean, any means necessary, as we've seen. And they're going up against someone from out of this world. Someone who matches MPW perfectly. Kodo Twin Moon. Kodo's been so impressive this season, but just hasn't gotten those, like, it's something you always say is like they've always been impressive. Like everybody in MPW is going to be impressive. It's the greatest stage in internet wrestling, the realm of internet wrestling. But Kodo just can't seem to get their hands around that brass ring. If they could get their hands around the brass ring as much as they got their hands around that cup, they might just be able to pick up their first championship win. The winner of this match, of course, will have to go up against Draven next week for the #1 contendership match. Can Kodo do it? Kodo beat UnchainedAwesome to get here, which, I mean, that is not very impressive, but I feel like we've seen B.A. Tycho and Kodo go at it one-on-one before, and I feel like Kodo has been able to come out on top. B.A. Tycho versus Kodo Twin Moon. One trying to prove that they deserve to still be here, and one trying to make their name. Gets the back control, does B.A. Tycho. I mean, this tournament means so much for everyone. This opportunity means so much for everyone. B.A. Tycho and Kodo Twin Moon. Kodo trying to prove his existence while B.A. Tycho's trying not to fade out of it. Back up onto his feet immediately. Pushes Kodo onto the ropes. Referee's going to try and get a clean break. Yeah, Tycho now lighting up the chest, the trading. Tilt-a-whirl, oh my god, tilt-a-whirl craziness. Goes for the cover on B.A. Tycho. Rolls over B.A. Tycho, rolls over again. Rolls over. Who's gonna get the pin? One. Kick out. Big bicycle kick. B.A. Tycho is taking this seriously. It's no longer fun and games. Kodo going springboard drop kick. I mean, Kodo may not be the same strength as B.A. Tycho. I mean, not many people can match B.A. Tycho's strength, but Kodo's strength is comparable. Plus, having that athleticism makes Kodo an absolutely deadly combination. B.A. Tycho, though, Fisherman Buster! And now working over the nerves in the neck. B.A. Tycho goes for the Boston Crab, a little bit close to the ropes. But like I said, the strength of Kodo just flipping him off with the power of the legs. Double stomp to the elbow. Kodo with the dodge, goes with the drop kick, doesn't knock down B.A. Tycho though. That was a vicious drop kick too. I don't even know how B.A. Tycho tanked that. B.A. Tycho going up top for a clothesline? I thought it was a crossbody, but it looked like it ended with a clothesline. Another Fisherman Buster just picking Kodo up, exploding the ring every time he lands. B.A. Tycho is trying to punish Kodo. Make an example. Got Kodo in the powerbomb. Oh, I thought maybe B.A. Tycho was going to send Kodo to the outside, but being a little bit merciful doesn't do it. And a big boot from B.A. Tycho. Kodo, though, trying to pick up some speed. Just can't quite contend with B.A. Tycho. Every corner, it seems like he's just right there. Matching pace. So as I say that, kip up, Blue Thunder Bomb! Or should I say Purple Thunder Bomb? Onto the outside, Kodo up and over, and the risk does not pay off. Now Kodo, though, trying to squeeze the life out of B.A. Tycho. Hurricane Rana, I mean, B.A. Tycho Kodo may have landed on their head, but it doesn't seem like it affects them. I don't know where the like brain is located in the alien body of Kodo, but maybe it's been completely protected this whole time. All the strikes to the head actually do nothing. Kodo set it to 6. I think this might set it back to 1. B.A. Tycho, oh my god, jumps Kodo. It does reset back to 1. And B.A. Tycho, everybody's crashing and burning on these high-flying moves. Kodo says F that and gets back into the ring. Or maybe not. Kodo wants to continue the fight on the outside for just a little bit longer. Fireman's carry head kick. As they brawl in front of the French-Canadian commentators table. Otto maybe a little bit hesitant, confused on what to do next. Hooks him. Otto going up top. Put a little stank on it. Air guitar. But the ref says no go. Rope break. Kato back up top. Dark side of the moonsault. And gets just turned inside out for it. One. Can't get a one, Kato. Kato has crashed and burned so many times this match, but as devastating as it may look, it doesn't seem to be affecting as much. Floater impaler DDT. What is Kato thinking from here? Saito suplex. Yeah, Tycho steps through the ropes, ducks the grab. Scoop slam. Kato back up top for another time. Dark side of the moonsault. It connects this time to move on to the finals. 1, 2, 3, and Kato is going to move on to the finals of the Idol Division. #1 contender is going to meet Draven. Could this be Kato's chance to challenge Emrys Morgana for the Idol Division Championship? Kato, I mean, how do you come back from that amount of damage? I don't even know. But he did it, and we're going to move on to our next match, the Icon Division #1 contenders match next. The semifinals for the Icon Division Championship #1 contenders, ShmeepsWorld versus Blueness. If ShmeepsWorld can win this, not only will she be doing double duty alongside Emrys Morgana, she could have a chance at La Primera, holding all the gold in MPW other than the Openweight Championship. This would be an absolute huge win for Emrys Morgana if ShmeepsWorld can make it all the way. One half of the longest reigning tag team champions in history. Some call her the body of the snake, a cyber-enhanced version of ShmeepsWorld from an alternate timeline or reality. Nobody truly knows, but what I do know is when she steps into the arena, the air is sucked out and the room goes cold. ShmeepsWorld has never held an Idol Division or Icon Division championship in her history. This would be her first shot. As someone who stepped in the ring with ShmeepsWorld before, it is an understatement on how terrifying this person is. Cyber enhancements, the debatably magic infused body parts. She is truly one of a kind in MPW. No one will ever be like ShmeepsWorld in past, present, or future. And her opponent is Blueness, a former Icon Division champion. BA Tycho just got a huge loss to Kato. Can the Coalition pick up another win? Or can they pick up a win tonight? Because Blueness, it may not be BA Tycho, but she is BA Tycho's good little soldier and reflects positively on him. Does sort of also show BA Tycho's shortcomings, seeing as another one of his subordinates are able to get the championship before him, but either way, BA Tycho would love to see Blueness with that championship around her waist one more time. The winner of this match will face Tyranno Maximum next week. Blueness versus MintyClovers. Who will move on to the finals? Either way, Ty's got an uphill battle no matter who wins this match. Blueness beat TheSleepyPengu to get to this point, and MintyClovers beat Viren to get to this point. And of course, though, whether or not you are a winner, you will still go home with something tonight, because the loser of this match is going to be put into a qualifier to earn a spot at the Icon Division Golden Opportunity match that will be happening in 2 weeks. 2 weeks Saturday. Or actually, one week Saturday. Yeah. Next Saturday, not this Saturday. And a diving headbutt from MintyClovers. And Blueness off the ropes. Big boot. This is a classic David and Goliath match. But MintyClovers isn't looking to go down the same route as Goliath. It's the elbow up. Northern Light suplex by Blueness, able to lift MintyClovers. MintyClovers goes to the outside. Blueness may follow suit on the top rope, and she does. Knees first. Over the rope. Senton. Hook leg Senton. Goes for the cover on MintyClovers. They got out one. Way too early for Blueness to call it. But Blueness is maintaining some level of control here. If I'm Ty, I'm watching this match from the back, and I don't even know who I want to face next week. All I'm doing is prepping mentally for either match. Off the apron. Sent back to the floor, Blueness. Gonna meet BA Tycho, gonna meet MintyClovers on the outside. Not a good decision, getting DDT'd into the concrete. Slipping through the suplex as we get to a 5 count. Referee making it apparent that he wants them in the ring. Blueness doesn't really care, though. Maybe looking for a countout victory. 7. Flipping. Hurricane Rana reversed by with a power bomb, and MintyClovers 9. MintyClovers makes it into the ring. I think Blueness just cost herself the match. Ludus just cost herself the match. And ShmeepsWorld is gonna move to the finals. One step closer to full control of MPW. ShmeepsWorld could be the next Icon Division champion. But tonight's not over, as the Openweight Championship will be defended next. All right, it is time for the main event of the evening. The Openweight Championship will be defended in a Falls Count Anywhere. Anything goes against anybody randomly selected from either division. Who is going to challenge for Potato's Openweight Championship? Oh my goodness. It is the longest reigning Idol Division champion in history. We might have to call the next Premium Live event double duty with the amount of chances people might get double duty coming into this match. Rize might walk into that ambulance match, the open weight champion, against TeaTheShiba. Potato's got his work cut out for him. Doesn't he know that the reason the Openweight Championship is a Falls Count Anywhere Championship is partly due to this woman right here? The first ever Openweight Championship match between Angel and Rize went on for like an hour, and thus the Gods and Angel rule was put into effect that the match must be contested in a Falls Count Anywhere match. The self-proclaimed Panda Archon herself looking for her first ever, I think her first ever Openweight Championship. Yeah, her first ever Openweight Championship. Potato, the longest reigning Openweight champion in MPW history. I think, let me try to do the math here. I'm trying to think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's say over 119 days as Openweight champion with 6 title defenses. Can Potato defend it against Rize, or will Rize get another championship under her belt? This might be the biggest Openweight championship match of Potato's career. But Potato looks poised as ever. He's done the unthinkable. He's tripled the most amount of defenses in the Openweight Championship history. And he has eclipsed the former longest reigning Openweight champion, Usaino, 84 days as champion, 3 title defenses. Over 119. With 6 defenses. Potato truly showing why this is called the Blue Chipper Championship. It's Rize versus Potato. One-on-one Falls Count Anywhere. Anything goes. The bell is rung and let's begin. This is the type of match they make you pay for. Potato coming off of a loss against Draven last week in the Idol Division #1 Contenders Tournament. How will that affect him going into this match? We will have to see. And how will this affect the momentum for Rize going into the match against T? Of course, you can never really predict who you're going to go up against as they are randomly selected, so I don't know if we've ever seen Potato and Rize in the same ring before, let alone having a match. Off the rope, big boot to the chin. Rize, the leader of the Shogunate, left the Shogunate in the back, but we could see some shenanigans from either side. We could see the shenanigans from the Shogunate side or from Brutality. Potato trading chops. He's not gonna stand for it. Back body toss. Of course, it may look like Rize has taken a little bit of the advantage here early on, but you got to remember that Potato revels in this kind of match. He waits for his opponent to make one mistake and capitalizes it and then just wins the match. We've seen Potato take beatings and pull out a win from the skin of his teeth. So you never want to count out Potato. Rize now with the kendo stick, targeting the legs. DDT onto the kendo stick. Maybe got some splinters on the forehead. Potato deadlift. Power bomb again onto the kendo stick. Like I keep saying, never count out the longest reigning openweight champion. Continuous power bombs. This time taking Rize to the corner. Dumping Rize face first onto the turnbuckle. Into the corner, butt blasted. Off the ropes, Big Boy Senton, but no, the Big Boy Senton hasn't had much luck recently. Combination of kicks and punches by Rize. Sending Potato up and over, but of course there are no countouts, no disqualifications, meaning they can spend as much time on the outside as possible, and, oh my god, crashing and burning. Falls count anywhere, meaning that the falls can count even in front of the French-Canadian commentators table. I feel like we very rarely see Rize go over the top rope for an outside dive. And maybe that's the exact reason we don't see it, as Rize crashed and burned. Potato's got a steel bat in hand now. Swing bada bada right on the target. Keep your eye on the ball. In this case, it's Rize's head. Back up onto their feet. Just dumps Rize onto the concrete. A deadlift. Sit-up powerbomb. Vicious. Neither of these two going for quick covers early. Knowing it's going to take a lot to take out their opponent. German, nope, elevated back body drop. As they fight it out in this tight corner. Teo says, let's give him some space. Goes for the cover on Rize for the championship. Kick out at 1. Honestly, a little bit shocking for a kick out at 1. Nerve hold. Getting on Rize's nerves, but not taking her out. Rize. Bunch of kicks and a discus forearm. Goes for the cover on Potato. Referee wants to make sure the shoulders are down. Kick out at 0. Referee was a little bit out of position, though. And now Potato is back up. Shocking Rize. But a headbutt. Rize. Oh my god, a curb stomp! On the altar. Putting Potato's head on the altar. No, kick it at 2. Potato retains the, or doesn't retain the championship. Holds on to the championship for now. I couldn't think of the word. Oh, drop kick. That was so dangerous. Over the steel steps. Is that enough? Potato did look a little bit dazed. 2. Kick it at 2 again. Potato, I think, is running on fumes. He's seen the Tweety Birds. Potato back up, clothesline. Look at Potato limping. Second kendo stick. Gets up, clothesline. Goes for the cover again. Rize just wants to get it over with. 2. Kick out at 2 again. It is close. Any one of these pins could see a new champion. Sending Potato into the barricade. Rize here to show Potato whose name is on the arena. And now she's back up onto her feet. Haymakers. Lighting up Potato. Chops and punches. And for a second time on the altar. And I think that just might be it for the longest reigning openweight champion in history. Rize, for the first time ever, is the open weight champion. She's gonna walk in on Saturday, next Saturday, the open weight champion. The longest reigning Idol Division champion dethrones the longest reigning open weight champion. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Masu Pro Wrestlington, and I'll see you guys next week.